Alright, guess what finally arrived? We have here the Armed Shark Kraken clone in pink and with an inked blade. So this is going to be a little unboxing and maybe first impressions as well. I'll have a review later out this week, I think. So yeah, it comes in this nice box, kind of like what you see. It's got the same thing you get from you know, Apple, you know, their phones, and you slide it off slowly. It's underneath. Pretty cool packaging. I quite like it. You know, we've got their branding on that. So inside, we got a bag with some pivots, some screws, and they're inked pivots and screws, which is really cool to see, especially on a clone. You never usually get this sort of quality. And then some Torx drivers as well, and these ones are a lot better than if I find where are my spare Torx drivers? You can never find them when you need them, can you? Fuck it, I don't know where they've gone, but you get the other little Allen key ones from clone providers such as the One or Bally Plus, and they don't have these if I open this up, this extra thumb grip, so this you can really get that extra turning in for tuning. Although I just use another driver most of the time, so it's not so much of a big deal for me. But yeah, there are no extra washers or bushings, which is kind of a shame considering you know, clones usually need that. But I've heard very good things about Armed Shark, saying that actually their tolerances are pretty much perfect. So here we go. The normal bag, carry bag that most clones come with. We have Loctite, blue, I think. 243, blue Loctite. Might come in useful. I probably don't use it though. I don't use Loctite often. And here we go. The knife itself. And it comes with some padding to keep it all nice and secure. Honestly, this is the best unboxing I've had of any clone. Armed Shark definitely have it on point with this. Alright. Here it's open. Feels very nice. The texture, oh, it's pretty good. It might be deeper than the real Kraken. I have nothing to compare it against, but I've heard it is. But it feels really grippy and really strong. It's a pretty good weight. It has a little bit of handle bias, I'd say. A little bit of handle bias. Right, I'm gonna get to a better point where I can flip this. Sitting at a desk is kind of difficult. But let's do a sound test real quick. In fact, let's do tolerances first. No tap at all, which is expected. Armed Shark has some of the best tolerances out the box. Barely any play. In fact, I'd call that pretty much no play. Look at that. And it comes with these bite handle markers as well, which is kind of cool. I'll probably swap it out for a pink one to match the blade though. Feels pretty good. Let's do a sound test. Fuck. I keep hitting this stand every time I try and do a sound test. But yeah, that's with no lube and it sounds pretty amazing. Without closing. Sounds pretty good. Yeah. Alright. Let's get to some flipping. thought I'd just quickly go over the tuning process that I do for these, since I need to tune it. It's got no lube on it, or at least it's got factory lube on it, I think, which is alright, but I wanted to put my own stuff on because it's a lot thicker and quite a bit nicer. It's how I make them sound so good. So yeah, I was just kind of go over that process one more time. I know I've done a video on this before, but I thought I'd do it quickly here. So the first thing I do is just crank back to break the Loctite on these screws. And I'm going to do it with the stock tools just to show that you can do it with stock tools. So yeah, once you've kind of broken off that Loctite, there you go, see? On that side, and there on that side. You'll then want to go from each side. So this is kind of hard to do. Alright, bear with me a second. One in there, and just crank as hard as you can in opposite directions, just to make sure that pivot's as tight as it possibly can be. Again on this side, little fiddly. There we go. So they're nice and tight now. And you can still see, well, you can't really. Perfect swing and perfect swing. And that's because Armshock is known for having, you know, some of the best hardware in terms of tolerances. You can see here, if I push it into the channel and wiggle it backwards and forwards, yeah, we've got a tiny bit of wiggle at the end of the tip, but no tap whatsoever. And I don't think it will develop tap at all. Again, similar with play. It's just, they have very good quality control. So you never have these, you know, blades being uneven thicknesses around it, and you never have the bushings being massively oversized or undersized. In this case, they're not undersized at all, and I don't think they're that oversized, to be honest. Not enough to warrant sounding it, at least. Okay. And so there's a bit of debate on how to oil knives, but I always do it open. Oil there, there and there, on each side of the pivot. And I'm not going to go in and oil the insides of the bushings, between the pivots and the bushings, like I did for my Nautilus, just because I don't think it needs it. Not yet, at least. The Nautilus tolerances have gone down massively from just everyday flipping, so I kind of wanted to go in and make sure that's all perfect. But since this already has some oil on from the factory, I think it should be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and let that work its way in. Give it a few. Sorry, I can't really flip it in front of the camera like this because quite honestly there's no space here between hitting my computer monitor and hitting my stand. Just get that to work its way into the pivots. No. It sounds pretty good, I think. You know, so probably one of the best sounding ballad songs I have, I'd say. Let's do this sort of test. Alright, like I was saying before my phone ran out, this might just be my new favourite knife that I own. Just listen to that. I mean, it sounds better than the Nautilus, and I spent quite a long time working on that thing to make it sound so good. And for this to have, you know, pretty much out of the box tolerances that are this good, I have a feeling Armshock are going up in the world, that's for sure. You know, the quality you get for the price you pay is insane, honestly. You know, to the quality insurance and the quality control to know that you have perfect tolerances right out of the box. When you buy this thing, you know you're going to get a quality product. Sorry, my dog's under the desk, he's making weird noises. Yeah, no tap, no play. Something that sounds this good. You know, for I think I spent 50 quid shipped. No, not even. 45 quid shipped. I think it was 36, and I can't really do the dollar I'd say what, $40 maybe, $43, and then shipped it would have been about $55 shipped, which is just, that price is unparalleled to like stuff like Bally Plus, where you're spending a little bit less. You know, you're spending more in the $40 range to get it shipped to you, but you're gonna have tap problems. You're gonna have bushings that are gonna be undersized when they arrive. The quality assurance and the quality control that Armshark are providing in the clone community right now, I think it's worth the extra $10 to know that your product is going to be amazing when it arrives. And yeah, I've added a bit of my special, what do you call it, oil to this, and tuned it up a bit. But you can do this, and literally I've done it in what, 3 minutes? 3 minutes it took me, 4 minutes it took me to do that, to get something this amazing, for such a low price. Armshark, if they continue in the rate they're going, are going to be probably #1 clone provider soon, honestly. This is kind of, it's not their debut, but it's kind of what they've become famous for, this Kraken clone. And I can see why, I can definitely see why. If they decide, like the One and like Bally Plus is kind of doing at the moment, to make original knives at a similar clone price point, honestly, they're going to be the best option for beginners, honestly. I'll have to start recommending their products, because if their quality control is this good and you know you're going to get a product that is worth every penny you spend on it, I think it's going to be, for people who can't spend all that money coming into the hobby, who need to buy a clone, this Armshark is the way to go. This is the way to go. Honestly, I don't think, and I'll stop gushing in a minute, I don't think there's a better option for the price. I know it's a clone, and yeah, I don't like the fact that they're stealing designs, but at least they've got this cool anodization that Squid Industries doesn't offer. At least that's a, you know, it's still copying their design, but it's better than something where they're, you know, like Bally Plus is putting the Squid Industries logo on. I don't agree with that at all. You know, I hate that. And I don't buy Bally Plus products. Not just for that reason, but for various other reasons, and I'll go over that at some point. But Armshark, future of clones, I'm going to say it here now. I genuinely think these guys are, if they continue at the rate they're going, best option out there. This thing is beautiful. It sounds beautiful. I fucking love it. Alright, that's going to be the end, because I need to stop gushing about this thing and about Armshark. Buy one if you're on the fence about it. Definitely worth it. This colour is amazing. We'll have to see how it flips. I'll do a full review in about a week when I form some opinions, and that will be about the flipping, the sound, if it gets on your nerve, this ring, you know. We'll have to see. This is going to be a long video, so I'm sorry.